Good day, everyone. My name is Navneet Anand from aajKal, local and global. Today, sitting in a property at Holiday Inn in Parramatta in Sydney and talking to General Manager Anurag Sharma. Anurag ji, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Navneet ji. Thank you for having me.
You know, what a pleasure talking to somebody who has reached these heights, being the General Manager of a facility like this. It makes us all feel proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Navneet ji. Really appreciate. Thank you.
अच्छा, अगर मैं आपको लेके चलूँ वापस बचपन की तरफ, बैकग्राउंड की तरफ, where do you come from?
So I come from a small town called Muzaffarnagar.
अच्छा.
Right next to Meerut. Meerut, जब आप यहाँ रहते हैं तो you want to give some location which is well known. So Delhi say 2.5 hours drive. And I was born and raised in Muzaffarnagar and of course did my schooling there. And there was till year 98. And my father was working for Indian Oil Corporation with Sydney, with the Lucknow office. And then, of course, he wanted to move because my grandparents were living there. So came back to Muzaffarnagar after father's retirement. And after finishing my studies, decided to join hotel industry. So motivation-wise, of course, because father wanted to go to, like he used to travel a lot. He used to stay in different hotels. So that was my first exposure when I went to hotel. Okay, this is what I want to do. I mean, people are getting paid for having fun at work, and that definitely motivated me. So yeah, I mean, rest is history. Joined Hotel Management College in Dehradun. So that's where my mother comes from. So IHM Dehradun. So Dehradun is where my mother comes from. And within my family, my late maternal grandfather, he was the President Award winner for the best principal in India. And of course, that was a huge motivation. And you know how you have someone in your family you look up to. So yeah, did my hotel management there till year 2001. And then moved to Delhi. So first break was with the Grand Hyatt Hotel. So that was one of the finest luxury hotel in Delhi. और वहाँ पर सर मैं करीबन 1-1.25 साल रहा और उसके बाद I got an opportunity to move to Dubai and rest is history. So
मैं इससे पहले कि आपकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ की तरफ चलूँ, मैं I'll take you back to your childhood. वो जो गलियों में खेलना होता है, वो जो बचपन होता है, how was the childhood overall?
It was pretty good, sir. I have some beautiful memories and coming from small town, joint family culture.
अच्छा.
हाँ जी, तो Tauji, Chachaji, Dada, Dadi, everyone living in this big house of around 20 plus rooms. And then, I still remember how Dada, Dadiji was the ultimate,
decision makers.
Absolutely, decision makers.
And Papa नहीं मान रहे हैं, Tauji नहीं मान रहे, Chachaji नहीं मान रहे, तो आपको पता कहाँ पे जाके कान मरोड़ने हैं?
Exactly. कहाँ पे जाके complain करनी है, कहाँ पे जाके आप spoil हो सकते हैं, और being the eldest in the family, Dada Daji ka favorite. So yeah, that was my childhood. And then Tauji ke bache or Chacha ji ke bache, as a joint family, will live together for quite a while. And of course, as people progress in their life and career, they move on. And those roots and the values, Navneet ji, that should be there with any individual. We should never forget our roots, And these were the making years, and those values, those principles, that's certainly there with us today as well, By default, when you see your elder, you're touching their feet. By default, when you're meeting your families or chachajis and tauji, that respect comes automatically. And it's a very beautiful emotional connect, and I'm quite big about driving that culture.
अगर हम बात करें ये 2001 में, जैसे आपने बोला, आपने ये कंप्लीट किया, उस समय पे normally every family wanted their child either to be a doctor or an engineer.
Absolutely.
And you opted for a career which is nowhere closer to one of the two.
So very true.
Parents का क्या response रहा?
So very true. Navneet ji, you're absolutely right. वो time सिर्फ engineer और doctors का था. I remember after finishing my 10th, how this was a discussion in the family. Either you're going to take a physics, chemistry, mathematics, or you're going to do physics, chemistry, biology. Yeah. But ultimately, a good thing was, though, culturally that area is very driven with either engineering or biology. But my father के साथ क्योंकि मैं travel करता था, तो I asked them, I said, look, this is something I would love to do. And hotel industry in India was just coming up that time. It wasn't that great. Not many people knew about it. Now, since I had that little bit of exposure, I realized it's a new industry which is coming up. I mean, I did have a passion about events and dramatics. At school, maybe I was the head boy. Anything to do with cultural activities, I was out there. So, वो कहीं ना कहीं core essence थे, which has connected me to hotel industry. Because at the end of the day, it's a people's industry, and that's how I got motivated. Parents. One thing, because they're both very well educated and my father is well traveled, उन्होंने बोला, do what you enjoy doing. And that was a huge support for me. Though everyone around me was an engineer or wanted to be a doctor, लेकिन ये जो एक freedom मिला उस time पे, that was a huge motivation.
अगर मैं बात करूं, when you joined this industry after completing your education, what did you join as?
So I started Grand Hyatt New Delhi as a front desk reception. So reception is the end. So hotel normally has over 6 major departments. So you have front office, which is the rooms division, where आपके guests check in हो रहे हैं, check out हो रहे हैं, उनकी कोई request है, उनकी कोई query है, तो that is reception. So that's front office. So that's where I started my career, because knowing people and interaction was always my passion. You know, so anyone who enjoys talking, that was the perfect department to start with. So I started with front desk and I started as a receptionist, and that was way back in 2001.
Now, coming from a receptionist to the position of general manager, there would have been lots of ups and downs. You know, it looks very glamorous industry where you are suited, booted, well dressed, smile on the face all the time. But there must be challenges as well.
See, it's a challenging industry, but I call it rewarding. And one thing is there, Navneet ji, life is too short for not doing something which you don't enjoy doing. And I mean, even looking at you, when I see how passionately you follow your dreams, similarly, I never feel like I'm going to work. And it's like you're coming out of the bed, you're going for something that you're excited about, you're passionate about. And I always believe there might be jobs or opportunities which may pay you very well. But at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying it, it's not worth it. Challenges definitely are there. But then when you follow your passion, I call challenges become opportunities for you to explore. I'll give you a small example. When I was in New Zealand, the big earthquake happened in Christchurch. I mean, if you talk about the most challenging situation, I literally saw 180, 190 people died in front of us. So I was still in the hotel, we were trying to rescue the guests, but that essence or the utter satisfaction of rescuing those guests from the hotel, taking them to the assembly point, that the paramedic and the first aid arrived. So there was a challenge, but the way you handle it and then how you go further from it, that's what makes the difference. But every industry has challenges. I mean, I have not seen an industry which doesn't have challenges. Ups and downs, of course, something like COVID, any pandemic certainly affects our industry, but I think we come out stronger and bolder out of it.
Normally, when I talk to somebody who is following his passion and makes that as a profession, it is like Sone Pe Suhaga.
Indeed, indeed.
Right? Travel, I think, many countries, many cities,
That's right,
all around the globe. Number of properties that you have seen, number of chains and groups that you have worked with. You know, जब मैं glamour की दुनिया की बात कर रहा था, you know, in these kind of hotels, then you see a lot of celebrities coming in. You know, there are achievers that come in. Sometimes that success enters their head. जो अचीव कर चुका होता है. At the same time, there are achievers and the people who are celebrities are very, very humble.
That's right.
Right? अगर मैं Indian celebrities की बात करूं,
जी.
name a few that you have serviced.
Navneet ji, I've been fortunate enough क्योंकि अच्छे brands के साथ, जैसे आपने mention करा, Hyatt, Shangri-La, Crown Casino Resorts, which is a 6-star hotel in Perth. I was looking after their front office department, 410 rooms. और दुबई रहा मैं, New Zealand रहा 4 साल. So I'm very fortunate that I actually met and served who's who of Indian Bollywood industry, or you talk
Name
about
the few.
Yeah, so मेरा close interaction जो काफी दिनों तक रहा, Shahrukh Khan stayed with us quite a few times.
Right.
Salman Khan, Aishwarya Rai, Indian cricket team कई months रुकी, to the extent Sunil Gavaskar, Wasim Akram, Virat Kohli, to the extent कि हमारे number exchange हो गए. Till the time Virat was doing the entire tour of Australia, he was constantly calling me on my mobile. I call it as an honor, right? And I think These are the perks of working in hotel industry. Now, whether it goes in your head or not, personally, I think I learned from it. So if I met over, say, 100 plus celebrities.
No, what I was saying is that some of the celebrities, it goes into their head that they don't treat people in a normal way.
Exactly. So 20% of them might treat people that way, but majority जो मैंने देखा है नवनीत जी, ज़्यादातर सेलिब्रिटीज़ जैसे जैसे ये हाई अप जाते हैं उतने ये हम्बल होते चले जाते हैं. मैं आपको शाहरुख खान का एक्सपीरियंस बताता हूँ. पर्थ के अंदर जब वो रुके, या दिल्ली में जब हमारे होटल के अंदर वो चक दे की शूटिंग के लिए आए हुए थे, तो ही सच अ हम्बल गाय, बिल्कुल सिंपल लिविंग. हमने अपनी फैमिली मेम्बर से भी मिलाया, तो ही इज़ वेरी अप्रोचेबल, वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ. इट इज़ क्वाइट ओवरवेलमिंग फॉर them to see such a big crowd. But overall, sir, what I have observed, जैसे जैसे इन ऊंचाइयों पे ये लोग पहुंचे हैं, so they have this humbleness, they have this humility, you know, and I think that what make them more popular within their fans.
No.
Majority are like that, sir.
Tell me an incident, जब Indian cricket team की बात करी, how was your experience with Virat Kohli? Any of the incident that you want to share?
Yeah, I'll share a few incidents, and I'm sure it will be quite a memorable experience which your audience would love to hear. So जब Virat and the entire cricket team was staying with us during the World Cup, so this is the Crown Metropole Perth. So हमारे पास वेस्ट इंडीज़ टीम थी. तो क्या होता है सर, 2 से 3 टीम एक होटल में रुकती हैं और बाकी टीम और होटल्स में रुकती हैं. तो विराट का जो खाने का शौक है, he has gone एब्सोल्युटली ऑन एक्सट्रीम डाइट्स. बहुत हेल्दी खाना खाता है सर वो. तो रवि शास्त्री कोच, वसीम अकरम, सुनील गावस्कर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स की तरफ से रुके हुए थे. तो उनके वजह से हुआ क्या कि विराट को जब पता लगा कि फ्रंट ऑफिस मैनेजर इंडियन है, तो हमारे कॉन्टैक्ट एक्सचेंज हो गए. तो इनका एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन लोकल नंबर रहता है. तो उन्होंने बोला कि अनुराग, वुड यू माइंड अगर मैं आपको अप्रोच करूं, मैं कई बार लेट कॉल करूंगा. मैंने कहा कोई फ़र्क नहीं है. तो जैसे उनके कुछ खाने के स्पेशल शौक है, जैसे उसे जैपनीज़ फूड बहुत पसंद है, तो वहाँ पर नोबू रेस्टोरेंट है. हो क्या रहा था, नाउ आई कैन शेयर दिस, उस टाइम पे ही वॉज डेटिंग अनुष्का. तो सारा इंडियन मीडिया हमारे होटल के बाहर था, और उनका ऑब्वियसली दे वर नॉट मैरिड दैट टाइम. सो वाइल अनुष्का वॉज विजिटिंग, तो हमें बहुत चीज़ें ऑर्गेनाइज करी कि जो हमें फ्रंट से मीडिया को बचाना भी था. विराट की एंट्री एग्जिट कहाँ से करनी है, बिकॉज विराट और समवन लाइक हिम हैज़ अ ह्यूज फैन फॉलोइंग. सिर्फ इंडियंस या साउथ एशियन कम्युनिटी नहीं, इवन ऑस्ट्रेलियन पीपल दे आर बिग फैन ऑफ हिज. तो फूड की उसकी चॉइसेस, उसके लिए चीज़ें लास्ट मिनट ऑर्गेनाइज करना. 12-1 बजे ही इज़ इवेंचुअली कॉलिंग, आई फील लाइक अ स्टेक, तो एग्जीक्यूटिव शेफ को कॉल करके उसके लिए चीज़ें ऑर्गेनाइज करना. अनुष्का अपनी फैमिली के साथ जब विजिट कर रहे थे, तो वो सारी चीज़ें ऑर्गेनाइज करना. Those are the little things you do for them, and good thing is they are very respectful towards you. और वो जो bonding है to the extent कि वो लोग दूसरी सिटी भी चले गए, उसके बाद जब जब वो जीत रहे थे, जब जब वो हार रहे थे, I was still doing messages with him and he was replying. So this is what I'm trying to say. Fantastic experience, and of course quite a learning one for everyone in my team as well.
Coming from Muzaffarnagar, मेरे ख्याल से if somebody who is watching this video from Muzaffarnagar, looking at Anurag, traveled all around the world, has met a lot of achievers जिनको एक झलक पाने के लिए दुनिया तरसती है. You have communicated with them, with the close contacts as well. They must be thinking, I wish I can be in the similar position. So what would be your tip उन बच्चों के लिए जो अनुराग की पोजीशन पे पहुंचना चाहते हैं?
I think it's very much possible, as I said initially. अगर आप अपना पैशन और अगर आपको अपने इंटरेस्ट पता है, you should work towards it. और life is not easy, it's not bed of roses, things are not going to be plated. आपको right background in terms of qualification is important. Then you reach out to right people. Don't expect that opportunity is going to come from the front door. आप उनको reach out कीजिए, आप वही कीजिए which makes you happy. Money, don't run after money. You follow your passion. Money is a byproduct, it will follow, and you can grow heights, right? Or coming to Australia, or coming in a country like Australia, it is very much possible for you to follow your dreams. हमारी इंडियन कम्युनिटी is doing a fantastic job. आप हमारे CEOs देख लीजिए, अभी नए नए CEOs बन रहे हैं. हमारी कम्युनिटी को बहुत अच्छी एक्सेप्टेंस मिल रही है अब यहाँ पे. Holiday Inn is part of the InterContinental Hotel group. There are quite a few general managers like myself who's been accepted in the group. तो अपना पैशन फॉलो करो, डेडिकेटिंगली, डोंट गिव अप. डू समथिंग डिफरेंट टू रीच आउट एंड स्टैंड आउट. आप सिर्फ एक सीख के थ्रू एप्लीकेशन दे के इफ यू सिटिंग एट होम, दैट्स नॉट हाउ यू स्टैंड आउट. रीच आउट टू द रिक्रूटमेंट मैनेजर्स, गो फॉर एन इंटर्नशिप, talk to people who are in the industry. Never hesitate to even walk into a hotel and try to approach to the managers कि क्या मैं कुछ internship कर सकता हूँ, क्या मैं एक हफ्ते के लिए ट्रायल के लिए आ सकता हूँ. Reach out to fellow colleagues. There are a lot of people in Indian community right now who are offering help and assistance. अपने CV पे काम कीजिए, अपने communication skills पे काम कीजिए, and always remember, जब आप किसी कंट्री में आते हैं तो आप वहाँ के सिस्टम, वहाँ के लाइफस्टाइल उनको फॉलो कीजिए. डोंट ट्राई टू चेंज द सिस्टम जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड. बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ सिस्टम, वर्क हार्ड, एंड ऑफ कोर्स बी ऑनेस्ट टू योर वर्क एंड इट विल स्टैंड आउट.
Finally, the concluding one. What's on your wish list?
My wish list, Navneet ji, of course, I think Holiday Inn Parramatta as a brand stood out in last 3.5 years. Indian community के साथ, आप लोगों के साथ हम partner करते हैं regularly, and the way things are growing, Sydney has amazing potential. For me, myself, my wish list, of course, our owner, our hotel company, they're expanding. We have multiple hotels in New Zealand, and also our hotel company and the owners are looking for more hotels in Sydney. So eventually I'll be hopefully managing multiple properties. Would love to hire more people from our community, so feel free to reach out to me.
Wonderful. On behalf of my whole team of Wise aajKal, from me and Tarun Yadav, a big thank you so much.
Navneet ji, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
जी हाँ, आज हमने की अनुराग शर्मा से बातचीत और मैं आपका नवनीत. अनुराग जी, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Navneet ji.
Fiji Times. Be with the times. One-stop answer to your Australian education and visa matters. Gemco Sydney. Dream big, achieve big.